You're about to discover a destination that, according to USA Today, is a serendipitous and surprising getaway. Welcome! This is Rochester, New York. Rochester is the state's third largest city, located on the southern shore of the Great Lake, Ontario. We're within a day's drive of New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, just 90 minutes from the Canadian border, and directly adjacent to the historic Finger Lakes region. The greater Rochester area, with a population of about 1 million people, is home to world-class arts and cultural offerings, an abundance of history and natural beauty, as well as leading colleges and universities, and more to see and do than you'd ever imagine. Even if you've never visited Rochester before, you're probably familiar with some of the products made here by Kodak, Xerox, and Bausch & Lomb. Also based here is the innovative Wegmans Food Markets. And if you're wondering how a grocery store makes the list of tourist attractions, well, you haven't been to Wegmans yet. A great way to begin your exploration of Rochester is with our festivals. In all, Rochester plays host to more than 100 festivals, large and small, throughout the year. Often, visitors come to take in a festival and discover the many other related attractions that make Rochester a popular return destination. For instance, if you enjoy the Lilac Festival at Highland Park, you may also enjoy the gardens at the Ellwanger Berry Estate, the George Eastman House, and Genesee Country Village and Museum. Music lovers come to town by the thousands each year for the Rochester International Jazz Festival. They come for the big names, citywide party atmosphere, and great music. Of course, Rochester is no stranger when it comes to music and the performing arts. From the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra and the concerts at the world-renowned Eastman School of Music, to a vibrant music scene that features local and national performers, professional theater at Jiva Theater Center, and the Rochester Broadway Theater League, the intimate stage at the Downstairs Cabaret, and the world-renowned Garth Fagan Dance, whose leader's groundbreaking choreography for The Lion King earned a Tony Award. Another favorite festival is the Clothesline Art Show, capping a summer season of visual arts in Rochester and surrounding communities. It's sponsored by the University of Rochester's Memorial Art Gallery, said to house the state's most comprehensive art museum outside New York City. If you're into art, don't miss Rochester's vibrant gallery scene, including unique spaces that double as exciting artistic settings for group functions. Meanwhile, back on the museum trail, you'll find something for everyone. Be sure to check out Strong National Museum of Play, the only museum in the world dedicated to the study and interpretation of play. The museum features a year-round tropical conservatory housing upstate's only indoor butterfly garden. Strong is also home to the National Toy Hall of Fame, where you'll find Barbie, Mr. Potato Head, Etch-a-Sketch, and many other favorites. Just minutes away, you can take in the wonders of the Rochester Museum and Science Center, along with the star-filled spectacle of the Strassenberg Planetarium. Farther down tree-lined East Avenue, you'll find the stately mansion and beautiful grounds of the George Eastman House, International Museum of Photography and Film, and its amazing displays of the magic, art, and science of photography and motion pictures. In the autumn, Oktoberfest and a raft of harvest festivals beckon. By the way, if cooking and wine are your passions, a short 30-minute ride south of Rochester takes you to the New York Wine and Culinary Center, showcasing all New York State wines and agricultural products from across the state. It's the gateway to the beautiful Finger Lakes region, with its stunning landscapes, glacier-carved lakes, and world-renowned collection of more than 80 wineries. On your return trip to Rochester, be sure to take advantage of some great shopping. From quaint shops to skylit supermalls, Rochester offers a vast sea of shopping opportunities just waiting for you to explore, including the nearby Waterloo Premium Outlet stores. Dining out in Rochester? You have a wide array of choices, from top-rated white tablecloth restaurants to economical family-style fare. There's something for everyone, including specialty dining experiences that feature unique ambiance and great scenery. Many establishments can accommodate even the largest tour groups with ease. You may not think of Rochester as a major league sports town, But when you're in the stands with thousands of screaming Rhino soccer fans at Paytech Park or Red Wing baseball fans at Frontier Field, you'll feel Major League excitement. That's not to mention Amerks hockey, Nighthawk lacrosse, or Razor Sharks basketball, all at Rochester's Blue Cross Arena. If the Sport of Kings is more your style, trot down to nearby Finger Lakes Racetrack and test your luck. Plus, enjoy the huge gaming floor with more than 1,000 video gaming machines. For fun on the links, you'll discover Rochester is one of America's premier golfing communities. Join the gallery to watch top LPGA players compete at the Wegmans Rochester International or the PGA Nationwide Tour's Xerox Classic. The region likes to celebrate its connections to the Erie Canal with festivals in the towns and villages along its path. The opening of the Erie Canal in 1825 connected Western New York with the rest of the world. Today, the canal serves as a recreational waterway and system of scenic paths and bike trails. It's just one part of the rich history of the Rochester area. A favorite is the Susan B. Anthony House. For more than 50 years, beginning in 1852, Anthony lived and fought for women's rights from her Rochester home. Other historical stops include tours and reenactments of the area's role in the Underground Railroad. Rochester was the home of abolitionist Frederick Douglass for 25 of his most active years. He came to Rochester in 1845, where he published his Journal of Freedom, The North Star. His statue in Highland Park was the first one ever raised in this country to honor an African American. At nearby Genesee Country Village and Museum, you can visit the America of a century ago. Here at the third largest living history museum in the U.S., you can talk to a blacksmith at work or see what it feels like to sit in a real one-room schoolhouse. Further back in the region's history, the Seneca tribe of the Iroquois Nation hunted, traded, and farmed along the Genesee River. Today, their society is honored at both the Rochester Museum and Science Center and the State Historic Site at Ganondigan in nearby Victor. Throughout every season, there's always something happening and plenty to celebrate in Rochester. In fact, there's more to see and do here than in some cities many times the size. Rochester offers the cosmopolitan atmosphere of a large city without the large city hassles. For visitors of all kinds, Rochester presents an eye-opening array of opportunities. So many that it may be difficult to decide which to do first. But don't worry, if you can't fit everything in one trip, we're ready to welcome you back to Rochester anytime.